What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Nerd Alert. I'm Brandon with Jimmy, and we have the sequel to talk about of all sequels. You never thought it was coming, but here we are. We are getting a Spaceballs 2.
And if they don't call it The Search for More Money, then I'm going to call Mel Brooks a liar because that's what they said it was going to be.
Well,
So
didn't they do an animated series? They did do an animated series,
vaguely
and I think it
remember
was
that.
like the early days of like internet shows. So I
Like
don't know
Ewoks,
how.
Droids, Spaceballs, the cartoon. I don't remember
Mhm.
it, but I could see that very much happening. But what I like,
Oh, it was just called the animated series.
oh, that's hilarious. Of course it was. Why would you
Yeah.
give it more description than that?
Why would we do anything else?
But the trailer that came across, usually when a trailer comes out or an announcement like that, I'm so stoked because there's visuals or whatever. I had to read a lot, Brandon, and you know my love of reading does not exist. So I'm sitting there going, "Oh my god!" But dude,
But it was hilarious. It
hilarious!
was it was great, and it also like it was kind of like a check for yourself because you were like, "Oh shit!" Like a lot has happened since I think they do like DC's first attempt, DC's second attempt. Um, oh man, what were some of the other ones in
I don't.
there?
I just remember it reminded me of, and I don't know if this is in short term memory anymore, but when the Family Guy got canceled and then came back, it was like the only
The
way we're going to be
endings.
able to come back if all these things happen, and it like showed every single show that had been canceled from the time
That was
Family
one
Guy
of the
got canceled.
best.
It was
That
like,
was
oh my god,
absolutely one
that's
of the
and
best.
that's kind of what this reminded me about. But the other part was that got me. It really had me thinking. I was not born when Star Wars came out. It came out. It was released like 2 weeks before I was born. So clearly, I did not see that in theaters. I saw a Spaceball in theaters. So to see the sequel come out and all those things listed, it was like, God damn, I've lived a long life. Seen a
So
lot.
I pulled up a quick text of some of it, and it says 38 years ago there was one Star Wars trilogy. Since there's been a prequel trilogy, sequel to the prequel, prequel to the sequel, countless TV spin-offs, a movie spin-off of the TV spin-off, which is both now a prequel and a sequel, two Dunes, seven Jurassic Parks, two Avatars plus three upcoming Avatars, making five. 36 MCU movies with two different Robert Downey Jr.'s, DC Attempt 1 and 2, animated Lion King, live action animated Lion King, live action animated Lion King prequel, eight Harry Potter movies, a TV series remaking the same eight Harry
That's the one
Potter
that got me.
movies. Dude, I'm like, this is such a good
Oh, huge.
start to just the humor that I think we've been waiting for, that we've been missing, of Mr. Mel Brooks, who just turned 99.
This is what's funny is I think they said it's coming out 2027. I'm like, you motherfuckers better hurry. Are you kidding me right now?
I hope he makes some kind of joke about not being there for it in theaters. He's that kind of guy. And I'm just excited. I'm just excited that he wants to work on it, that you're getting a lot of people back. What did they say? Bill Pullman's son is going to be in it.
His name has got to be Bob. It has to
It
be
has
Bob.
to be. It has to be.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's hilarious. And obviously we're going to be missing some people. John Candy, Joan Rivers,
Yeah.
to name just a few that were the major stars. Super bummed because seeing Bill Pullman and John Candy together again would be amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, but obviously we're not going to get that. And frankly, as old as this movie is, and I never really think of it old until they listed all those things that we haven't that happened in between. And it's like, we are going to see a lot of people that won't be in this movie because they have passed. And that is super sad. But the one we seem to be getting back, I won't believe it until I actually see it. Rick Moranis.
I was about to
Coming out
say,
of retirement.
and that is crazy because he's literally turned down, two Ghostbusters films
The
to
only thing
stay
I've seen him in
retired.
is the Ryan Reynolds Mint mobile commercials.
Yeah.
That's just it. And he just stood there.
Yeah.
Which was
I
part of
mean,
the gimmick, but yeah.
I think this is great. I think this is a good thing that's going to happen. I don't know if you watched the History of the World kind of TV show that they did for Hulu.
I did not. How was it?
It was great.
Because I'm a big fan
I
of the
loved it.
movie, but I
Yeah.
just didn't get around to that one.
I just love that he's revisiting things, and it almost not because like he needs to, but because he has new ideas for things.
Well, that's,
And
as you guys might notice, there is a young man missing with us today, James. He's doing whatever. But it's interesting. He's having a difficult time living through a bunch of the things we're living through right now. And namely, we just bombed Iran, which was whatever. But he's having a difficult time with these things being the first time in his life. And I'm sitting there going, James,
oh,
it's cyclical, my man. It just kind of happens again. And now, on the good side of things happening again, it's like, yeah, things that were popular in the 70s, 80s, 90s, even 2000s are coming back around. And Spaceballs, History of the World Part 2, and the other one that they just made an announcement of, A Very Young Frankenstein. It's nice to see, yes, there's good cyclical, bad cyclical, but good cyclical. There's
there's
reasons,
this, and then there's Space Jam 2. Like,
but these are coming back a lot because not just because we have so many Star Wars movies, Avatars movies, whatever to make fun of, but the politics allow us to have humor because they're so ridiculous. So to see these things come back around and we get to make fun of them again is pretty normal, I should say. So if you are of the younger generations, guys, yes, things are a little fucked up at the moment, but this is nothing out of the ordinary. We've had these cycles.
buckle up, man. Lots happened since 2001, and every time something happens, it's like we haven't seen this. It's like my generation is specifically just like, oh, another one. Add it to the list, baby.
Well, and that's the funny part.
It's why we're so funny.
It is. And when you have like The Matrix, well, civilization reached the height in 1999. As the movie came out in 1999, you're like, whatever. And then you look back and you're like, fuck, they might have been onto something.
Kind of did.
So happy to live through the downward spiral.
Oh yeah, but at least we'll have Spaceballs too. But yeah, I think this is awesome. And like I said, it doesn't seem like he's doing it because he needs to. He doesn't need to do anything. He's doing it because he's getting ideas and wants to. And like you said too.
I wonder if there's a correlation because his best friend Carl Reiner passed away a few years ago. I wonder with him gone, now he's like, I'm bored out of my mind. I am just going to be visiting all these projects and
see what clicks, see what doesn't.
Yeah, so I'm excited. The search for more money, bring it on.